a lot has happened. Crappy situation. I was like, in 10 years, Tristan will be 21 and he won't care that we have a baby. We're getting there. Well, it has been a while since I have sat down and just chatted with you guys. So as you guys have seen, a lot has happened. I haven't really vlogged like I have wanted to, so I kind of spaced our vacation day vlogs out a little bit to give myself a little bit of just time because I have been going through it. Definitely have been on the struggle bus, which brings me to the sponsor of today's video, BetterHelp. I will get more into it later in the video, but I just want to say thank you, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. So I've definitely been on the struggle bus lately. As you guys know, Manny caught COVID. We had just gotten back from our vacation getaway and we had a family get together. And unfortunately, somebody had COVID that didn't know they had COVID there, and Manny got it. So really just crappy situation, because like I said, you don't go hang out with your family and think like, oh, is everybody okay? Nobody has COVID, right? You think, I want to go see my family members, I want to go hang out and have a good time. So yeah, Manny got COVID again and we got COVID back in the house, which put me in kind of a not great space, which is understandable given everything that I went through from having COVID, because COVID is what started everything for all of the mental madness that I've been dealing with, which is kind of why it's perfect that today's sponsor is BetterHelp. Mental health has definitely been something that kind of started whenever we were trying for our second baby. The infertility was a lot to take on, and I actually use BetterHelp as the platform of choice to connect me to a therapist who could help me with that. And now I am so excited to be using BetterHelp again to kind of help me out with what I'm struggling with now. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private online environment at your convenience. There's a broad range of expertise in the 20,000 plus therapists that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire to assess your specific needs, and then you get matched with a therapist in less than 48 hours. Then you schedule your video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is completely confidential. Something that I learned whenever I was using BetterHelp from my therapist was to give myself time for grieving, which I wasn't doing in my TTC journey. I didn't really think about it until she offered it as another way to help me out. I just went from like cycle to cycle to cycle to try to figure out, okay, well, if it's not this month, it's next month, it's next month. She gave me the perspective of like giving myself grace and giving myself time to grieve the life that I thought I was going to have each month, meaning like the life I was going to have in my pregnancy. And that was amazing. That insight was phenomenal because I just never thought of it before, and I wasn't giving myself that space and that time that I truly needed. Also, you can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. So join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist today. Get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Tiffanie, which is also linked in my description. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this video. So like I said, we had just gotten back from our vacation whenever Manny caught COVID. So I really didn't have any like breathing room or recovery time or anything. It was literally the weekend we got back that he got it, and then the 2 weeks afterwards we were dealing with it. So we have just been on this like incredible roller coaster of like really high highs of like excitement and like enjoying each other's company and like having so much fun, and then we come back home and like immediately COVID hits again. And so then I'm like thrown into this whirlwind of like, not panic, but like kind of panic of like getting a safe space for myself again, which thankfully I was able to do. You guys saw I completely overhauled my office, which is where I'm at right now. And let me go ahead and give you a little tour of it because I never really finished off the last video with a tour. I still have the sheets on the bed from whenever I was staying in here because I do occasionally just flop out the couch into a bed and I will just edit in here if I want. It is a real working working space, and I love that I transformed this space into something that I can actually use. Before, I told you guys I came in here very seldomly. I came in here literally to just work, and then once I was clocked out, I left, and it felt like a work office, not another house or another room in my house. So I was really happy to at least get to reclaim it. Like I said, horrible circumstances, but at least I made a positive out of it. So let me show you around a little bit. So here is what the office is looking like now. It's pretty much where it's going to be. Manny did mount this after he was all better from COVID, thankfully. And then this is gonna eventually change, but for now it's fine. Obviously, don't pay attention to this. This is just unsorted mess, but the futon actually worked out really well. The bed wasn't as comfortable as it could have been, so I did have to go on Amazon and buy like a 2-inch foam thingy to like make it sleepable, but ended up, you know, just fine. It worked out. Obviously nothing over here changed because I had the long desk over here beforehand. I did swap the pictures out and the little stools for Daisy to jump up and down. Biggest change obviously is in this corner, which got a complete makeover. This is where I had the piano and I had my stand-up desk. So this over here just looks amazing. It is a great place to work, and I will say that having the 2 dedicated spaces to like my job, like day job, and then my like hobby or like my side job, having the 2 different spaces has been awesome, and it's really worked out. The only complaint that I have is that this table height is different from that table height. So when I go from here to there, I tend to like hunch over and like overextend because this is a little bit higher, so my chair is a little bit higher. So that's the only thing, but I tried to raise it up as much as possible so that I'm still looking eye level at the laptop, and I have my, you know, mouse track and keyboard at the bottom. So, but yeah, it's honestly been amazing. I love the makeover, and I'm so proud of myself for doing it and so happy that I did it. Unfortunate circumstances, but I love it. And the girls love it too. Daisy's hiding. Hey baby. Hi honey. So like I said, I am in love with the way that it came out. Of course, a few things are gonna be changing, but nonetheless, it is perfect for what we need right now, what I need. I also wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about what is coming up. So you guys know that I have been struggling with my health still from everything with COVID, and a few more things have popped up since. Water break. Stay hydrated. So to start with, I am still taking pantoprazole, which is a stomach acid reducer. I still have to pop Pepcid every once in a while, but my diet has pretty much come back to normal. So I'm able to eat pretty much everything that I would have eaten before all of this happened. I'm just taking it really slow. Like I will eat a little less beans. I don't eat anything spicy right now just because I don't want to flare it back up. I want my stomach to like completely be able to be healed, and then hopefully I can get off of the pantoprazole and not have to like live on it for the rest of my life. It's not like a terrible drug. I really don't have horrible side effects, but it does make my skin super dry and flaky, which is unfortunate, but I have like an oil that I've been bathing in to help offset that. But you know, any medication, if you don't have to take it, I don't want to take it. So I have that appointment coming up soon to speak with my gastroenterologist, so hopefully good news there. Another few things have popped up too. We joke, Manny and I, saying that since I turned 30 in November, my check engine light came on, and this entire year is just going to be dedicated to getting my body back and getting it right and making sure I'm okay, because it has just felt like one thing after another after another after another, which has been crazy, but we're getting there. So the other thing that just recently popped up is that I had a root canal done on a tooth up here a while ago, and I started having this weird jaw pain. So I went to the dentist, he took an x-ray, and found out that I have an infection in my tooth up here. So unfortunately it's the tooth that I had a root canal done on. So he sent me to a specialist, and the specialist looked at it. They put me in this really weird, it's not weird, but this like x-ray machine that like goes around your head. So it's like a 3D image, and he was able to like see how deep the infection went and like how big of a crown they put on that one, since it already had a root canal done on it. And he was like, this is a pretty big crown. He's like, we have a 70% chance of it actually working out, but there is the chance that we will have to just do an extraction and a implant there. So I was like, do I pay to get a root canal done on a tooth that might not even survive it, or do I just go ahead and pull it? I decided to go ahead and pull it. So I have that appointment coming up. So I've been on antibiotics. I'm still on antibiotics to make sure that the infection doesn't spread anywhere. That's always fun, teeth and dentist work. And then the last thing that kind of was like really random that popped up just a few days ago is I'm having sensitivity and like pain in my chest area, specifically on the right side, like sensitive to touch and like painful to touch. I do see, or not see, but I feel like a little nodule on the right side. So just to be safe, just to make sure everything is okay, I went ahead and scheduled an appointment with my OB to go ahead and get maybe a sonogram done, just to make sure that it's nothing, maybe a like ingrown hair or something. That's what I'm thinking, what I'm hoping, but nonetheless, I'm getting it checked out to make sure that everything is 100% okay. Definitely have things going on. Oh, and then I didn't even tell you, I busted my eye blood vessel. That's what it's called. So my eye was disgusting. Warning, I'm gonna put a picture in, but it was like gross for a while. Like you can see it was like bleeding on the inside because I busted a blood vessel. So I went to the doctor for that and they were like, oh no, it's fine. Like everything looks okay. It's healing okay. But then I got like a little bit of like a cyst or something in the white of my eye. And I'm getting like weird veins through my eyes. So my doctor was like, I'm gonna go ahead and send you to an ophthalmologist just to check everything out, because red in your eyes and like prevalent veins can be like an underlying medical condition that you just don't know of yet. So I'm gonna go get my eyes checked out. I did have blood work done not too long ago that came back phenomenal. So I'm taking solace in that, knowing that like blood work looked fine. Now we just have to get all this weird stuff under control. Yeah, definitely not 100% in the clear, but I am trying to do a little bit better every day. It's been a struggle, honestly. I have been struggling quite a bit, and I think it's taken me a long time to like admit to myself that I've been struggling for a while, but now that I'm here, I can look back and definitely say that I've been struggling. One thing that kind of confirmed that I've been in a not great mental spot is I followed this girl named Taylor. I followed her IVF journey, and she put out the videos right as I was starting my IVF journey myself. And so I kind of like watched her channel in like expectation of like what I could expect to like experience and everything. And a little while ago, she put out a video about like an update on like how she's doing and like what she did after giving birth, and like, you know, she like referenced her birth and everything. And it just kind of made me realize that like, as bad as I want a baby and a sibling for Tristan, I am not in a mental space that I would be able to have a baby right now or even be pregnant. I don't even think about like all the baby stuff that I used to focus on. Now when I think about, oh, if I were to become pregnant, my brain immediately goes to doctor's appointments, blood draws, hospital, C-section, blood, guts, like all of the stuff that like is anxiety inducing. My brain goes there, not like, you know, little feet and giggles and smiles and things that like I used to think about whenever I thought about having a baby. Now my brain goes all the medical stuff that has to come with it, which to me, and I just realized this like last night, literally, and I like broke down in tears, is that I'm scared of having another baby because of all of the medical and all of the unknown that comes with it. So that to me, wanting a baby for almost 3 years now and having that change of like perception made me realize like I'm not in a good spot right now, not in a good headspace, and I need to really take the time that I need to heal, not only physically but like mentally too. Like I just need to just be okay with me and like living and like no doctors, no what ifs, no test results. Like I just need to find a routine and like just live a normal life for a while. That's why Manny is kind of like teasing me like, okay, well, you know, 2022 is like the year of like getting everything done, making sure your body's amazing. And then 2023, we'll figure out what we're doing. We'll figure out where we're going. He's like, you got another 10 years. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, I was crying to him yesterday. I was like, in 10 years, Tristan will be 21 and he won't care that we have a baby. Like, you know, just like emotions just come out. But yeah, slowly but surely, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna do okay. I'm actually really excited to try BetterHelp myself and talk to the therapist again, because they were really, really helpful. Like I said, whenever I was going through my TTC struggles and my infertility struggles, and now it's not an infertility struggle, it is just an all over medical struggle and anxiety struggle. So I'm excited to get partnered with an amazing therapist and really just get through this and like work through it and just be better. Just be better. Thanks to BetterHelp. Thanks again for sponsoring this video. I know that was so cheesy. I couldn't resist. Anyway, that is kind of the update chatty vlog I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I'm still gonna try to record every once in a while. I'm still gonna try to vlog and still gonna try to, you know, go to Disney and still try to be that carefree person and live life and not think about all the what ifs and think about all the tests and think about all the medical. I'm gonna really, really try to just get myself in a better mental place and like still live the life I want to live and that I used to live. Just bear with me because it's a struggle. It's difficult. I had an amazing time at our Disney vacation though. That I felt kind of uneasy the first like night, but as we stayed there and as I realized that like staying there was like I was still in control of the situation, because we could control like if we went to the theme park or if we stayed out of the park, and like how many people we were around, like where we sat at the pool, like it made me feel really, really comfortable. So definitely look for more little staycations, because that was completely needed and a breath of fresh air. And coming back home and having Manny catch COVID, I'm like, okay, round two, let's go back to vacation mode, because I want to go back to that. So definitely expect more staycations and just, you know, more family vlogs and just more living and healing. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for sponsoring. Love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.